Hey crafty friends, today we are going to be creating some of these super easy paper ruffles using our scrap stash. So I am using the Pebbles Spoooky Collection along with some solid color paper from my stash. I just have a couple of these sheets that I had different sizes of and back them with some different papers and use some of my thickers, some fur trim in the back. And normally I would be sewing my ruffles, but since my sewing machine is broken, I'm just using my glue gun. So I created this one that says Vamp. Then I have Bat and then Eek. And I've used some of these puffy stickers from Target. And I really like the pink glitter letters on here. And then we have Boo. I've got a bat ring here. And this one says Vamp with the pink. So we're going to make a couple of these together. So what you'll need, of course, is your glue gun. You will need some scissors of your choice. You'll need some scissors, and you will need your papers, of course. And then I have these stickers here that came with the Pebbles Spoooky. And then I also have the word thickers because you could use some of these too if you wanted to. And then whatever little like embellishments, like I used these stickers and these stickers from Target. And then I have some of these like bat rings, and I just take this wire tool here and snip off the back part here. So this tool works really good getting this part of the ring off really flush. And then if you need to do any trimming, you can trim up. So I found that that works really well. And then I have some spider rings and some other little things in here as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started and make some of the ruffles first. So I know this is going to be background paper. That's going to be background. That's going to be background. So I really like this flower with this sparkly orange. Let's do spider web with the gold. And let's do another one of the flower. And then I have a couple other strips here. So what I do is I like to leave a little bit on each end to kind of do that fishtail. And then I just fold it. I don't worry about like folding it this way or that. I just fold it. Now with these shorter pieces of paper, if you fold these big like this, you'll have a shorter piece. If you don't fold them so fat, you'll have longer pieces. And then you just take your scissors and fishtail the ends. I just kind of eyeball that. I actually like when it's a little bit wonky. So we have that. And then since I'm not stitching them and since I'm not leaving this part popped up, what I do is I go in with my glue gun and then I just add a little dot of glue and push it down and make my ruffles this way. Now, if you have a sewing machine, you could go ahead and stitch these. You could also hand stitch these if you wanted to do that as well. And then if you only do one side, it kind of curls like this. So I flip it over and I will do the same technique on the back. And I'm not adding a lot of glue, just a little bit of glue. And then we have a little ruffle. Now our piece here is definitely going to be too long. So what I've been doing is kind of lining it up and then trimming my piece away so that I can add this on and then fishtail it. So we have one side there, and let's do the other side. Alright, so now we have our back piece. Alright, so let's set this one aside and let's go ahead and fold this one. And I'm going to fold this one a little different so that I can have a slightly longer piece. And then again, we're just going to do our little fishtail banner. If you wanted to like tear the edge of these or leave them straight, you could do that as well. Let's repeat our gluing process. Add a little bit more here because it didn't stay down. I just used my finger, and then I have my finger protector handy in case I need it. But most of the time on these, you will not need your finger protector unless you put too much glue underneath of your ruffle. And last one. Alright, and we have our other ruffle ready. And then we're going to put this on the skull piece here. Alright, so then what I did with these is I added foam tape. I added foam tape underneath my ruffle and a line of this black fur trim. So let's go ahead and add a couple of these foam squares here. And I'm adding 3. One on each side and one in the middle. We're going to do the same thing with this larger one here. And then I peel off the backing, and then I add my little trim here. So let's see. Need about that much. And this stuff does get messy when you cut it. It sort of sheds. And then we're going to add that down. And it's okay if you have some sticking out one side more than the other. And then all I did was add my glue on each of the foam dots. Grab my backing and add that on. That just gives it some texture back there. You could also choose to use like some gold thread, or I have this really cool new metallic thread from Hobby Lobby. You could add that back there. So let's get another piece about that long. Add that down. Okay, I had to turn a light on. We are about to have a little bit of a thunderstorm here, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough of light. So as you can see, this definitely makes a big mess. I like using my little vacuum here to clean it up. And it sort of, some sticks to the bottom and some get sucked up, but then whatever gets stuck to the bottom, I can just peel off. So I always do that after I'm done working with this stuff. All right, so now we need to decorate. Now, if you wanted to add a piece of ribbon or another piece of paper across the top, you could do that as well. So there's a lot of fun layering ribbons that have lots of extra texture. Now, if I was doing like a pastel-Halloween, you could add something like this. This is super fun, but I'm going to leave mine just like that because I did add that fur trim in the back. So let's pull maybe a couple of these thickers, and let's see, we have 2 vamps, we have 2 boos, so let's maybe do a bat and an eek, or this one's long enough to maybe do like spells or witch. So let's pull these out and let's grab maybe, now I don't like the gold on here. I think that's just too much gold, but it would work on here, but I don't think witch is going to fit on here. So let's do another boo. So let's grab a bee, and I like to add a little bit of my own glue and spots on here. Even though these are really sticky, I still like to add just a little bit, not a lot. So let's add a little bit of room here for maybe some stickers. Let's do a little dot there. If you add too much, you can use your tip to kind of spread it out. We have O and and then sometimes I'll take a scrap piece of paper and put that on the top and sort of push that down in there to make sure it's nice and adhered. So we have boo. And then let's maybe look at this these thickers. So we do have Eek. We could put Eek here. We have another Boo. We have a smaller Eek. Let's try maybe that one. Or we have Yikes. I love that this has got this acetate in the back. So we have Yikes, or we have Eek. Because Spooktacular won't fit. So I think I don't have a Yikes. Let's do that. And these are individual letters. So if you wanted to get your letters perfectly straight, then you could use your ruler and add your letters down. But I think I kind of want to go wonky with this. So let's just start adding them down. Again, you could add some extra glue on this as well, but I feel like these are sticky enough. The black blends in a little bit with this paper, but I think you can see it enough. All right, there we go. I'm going to take my scrap piece of paper again, just pushing those in. These aren't hot, but this seems to just help me be able to more evenly add those down. So now the fun part comes in where we get to decorate. So let's grab maybe that bat ring, and let's see, for Yikes, I kind of feel like I want to add one of the fun Hobby Lobby spiders. And I think I can add that down. Yeah, I could add one there. So let's add this little guy here. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it is raining super hard. All right, and then let's maybe do maybe one of the ghosts. And I'm going to kind of tuck him here on the side. And that one is super cute. I love that I was able to use some of these sentiment thickers. And then we have our Boo. I'm going to go ahead and add my bat ring here. I just add a little bit of glue along that line where we pulled the ring back off. And we're going to add that there. And then if you wanted to, you could add a ghost as well. Let's maybe add one of the little ghosties there. So super simple. These don't take a lot of materials, and you're using up your scraps and little items like this that you have in your stash. So I think these turned out super cute. So thank you for stopping by and crafting along with me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you will give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope you will think about subscribing to my channel. Alright guys, have a wonderful day. Bye!